Happy Super Bowl Sunday. The Deadpool and Wolverine teaser just got posted by Ryan Reynolds. And so to celebrate, I'm going to quickly run through and give you a little bit of a breakdown, talk about some Easter eggs from the trailer. So hopefully you guys get excited about what's coming up in the actual MCU. But also make sure to check out Rebooted MCU and join the Discord following the link in the description below. Let's go ahead and jump right in, and let's start off with the opening scene of the teaser. So the opening scene, we see characters celebrating Wade Wilson's birthday. These characters include Dopender, Colossus, Negasonic Teenage Warhead, Yukio, Blind Al, and Vanessa. These are all characters who have been mainstays in the Deadpool movies, but this might signal that they will probably play a relatively minor role overall in this third installment, since it's likely that most of the classic X-Men characters from the Fox movies are going to be coming back and having a big role in this project. So this might likely be one of the only times we see them in the entire project. Not to mention, I'm going to guess that most of the scenes we saw in the teaser are from the start of the project, so I seriously doubt that they will be characters that will be recurring throughout the project. Later on, we also see Peter from X-Force, but we do not see TJ Miller's Weasel anywhere, which likely means that he will not appear in the project. So after this, the Time Variance Authority from Loki shows up to capture Wade Wilson, and this is where we hear our first joke about Disney. I really don't think that we're going to get a ton of Disney jokes overall, but I think there'll be some nods here and there. I think likely we're going to get a lot of Disney Plus jokes, if anything. Not jokes about Disney, the corporation itself, but I also think we'll get a lot of MCU jokes. I think they're probably saving those for the actual project, but who knows? Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman might go ahead and drop some here and there leading up to the release in July. We'll just have to keep tuned to that because, as you guys probably know, Ryan Reynolds is infamous for being incredibly skilled at marketing. So if there's some marketing ploy behind some joke they make in the project that's not going to give away too much, he'll likely drop it at some point. I would not be surprised if we get some previews of jokes that'll be coming in the project somewhere down the line. We also see the TVA agent attempting to use a pruning baton on Deadpool before he's grabbed by a TVA agent and brought into the TVA, where we meet Paradox, who's being played by Matthew McFadden. Now, Paradox is actually a She-Hulk character. He first appeared in She-Hulk Volume 2, Number 3. He was a Time Variance Authority judge, and he actually died in the same issue when he first appeared. He's a relatively minor character, but considering he's being played by such a well-known actor, he's probably going to play a big part in Deadpool 3. So I'm excited to see what they use with him, especially because we really don't know many other TVA agents outside of the core that we saw from Loki. So it'll be nice to see some of the other agents that come along in Deadpool 3. We then see Deadpool don his new suit that will appear in the movie, before Paradox shows him television screens that show shots from multiple different Marvel movies. We see shots from Avengers Age of Ultron, Thor from Thor Ragnarok, and scenes from Captain America Winter Soldier. We then get the first look at Emma Corrin's Cassandra Nova, and she's rumored to be the villain of the movie. Now, Cassandra Nova first appeared in the new X-Men number 114 in May 2001, and she is a twin sister of Charles Xavier, who spent most of her times in the comics seeking revenge against him. Now, her powers are also similar to that of Professor X, but she also has the ability to use an astral form, which we've sort of seen from Doctor Strange here and there. So it'll be very interesting to see how she fits in the project. I don't know if she's going to be like a major villain that's driving the plot, or if she's going to be sort of a minor villain that leads to Deadpool meeting some other X-Men characters and hijinks ensue along the way. So interestingly enough, we don't actually see Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. I believe we see the back of his head as Deadpool is walking through a bar. I could not 100% verify that that's Hugh Jackman, however, so if that's not Hugh Jackman, leave it in the comments down below. I'm going to say that's probably the closest shot we got to seeing him in the trailer, outside of the ending, of course. But again, if that was not him and you guys recognize that as a different character, just leave it in the comments down below. Deadpool also refers to himself as Marvel Jesus, and this is sort of a nod to the current state of Marvel Studios. There's a lot of people really hoping that the success of Deadpool 3 will lead to a rejuvenation of the current MCU, which is sort of lacking after some lackluster releases, and, there's a lot riding on Deadpool, so we'll see what happens. I think this is going to be a good movie. I think there's a lot of excitement around it, so hopefully this will be the project that turns the MCU around. We also see that Deadpool is fighting on what is believed to be the Void Planet from Loki. So we see more Loki references, and we also see some references to other projects, including the 20th Century Fox logo and what I believe to be the Fantastic Car. But there were a few that I couldn't make out, so if you saw any other items that are references to other superhero movies, just leave them in the comment section down below. I'll make sure to respond to you and highlight it so other people can see it as well. We also seemingly see Alioth kill someone during the battle. Of course, this was the monster from the Void Planet in Loki, and it was actually the monster that killed the classic Loki variant. So I'm guessing we'll see Alioth at some point. It's either going to be something that will, again, just continue to reference Loki, continue to reference the MCU. I think this movie's going to have a lot of references to the MCU, since Deadpool is officially joining it. So I think that there will be a lot of nods and probably jokes about the MCU, but a lot of minor things that have occurred in different MCU series and projects that are going to pop up just to show that Deadpool is now fully in the MCU. So we then see Aaron Stafford's Pyro from X-Men United and X-Men The Last Stand. Now, Pyro is probably going to be one of many classic X-Men characters that return in Deadpool 3. I'm sure there were a lot that they could have shown in the trailer, but they're saving them. It's cool to see somebody from those classic X-Men movies, and again, I'm sure we'll be getting a lot more as time goes on. I don't know if we'll get many big reveals in the trailers, but I'm sure that we'll probably get teases here and there as time goes on. Of course, the last scene is when we see Wolverine walk up and we hear him release his claws for the first time, making the iconic sound, but we also see an old Secret Wars comic book lying next to Deadpool. Now, of course, Secret Wars is supposed to be the end of Marvel Phase 6, and it will be the next project where we are rumored to see both Deadpool and Wolverine, but we also have rumors to suggest that Deadpool 3 is going to set up Secret Wars, so overall, the comic book's inclusion is a big nod to those rumors, so perhaps they're not rumors and they are actually fact about what's actually going to happen in Deadpool 3. So the movie's set to release on July 26th. We'll likely get more teasers between now and then, but in the meantime, make sure to comment down below what your favorite part of the teaser was. I hope you're all enjoying the Super Bowl. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check out Rebooted MCU Wonder Man. And make sure to join the Discord down below if you want to have more conversation about Deadpool 3, Marvel Comics, and just fandom, Marvel stuff in general. This has been JT Videos. I hope you all take care and have a great rest of your day.